Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. For anyone that's new here, my name's OwenAlec, and on this channel I do everything drum related. That includes drum covers, tutorials, gear reviews, and tips and advice just like this one. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please do consider subscribing, hit the like button, all that good stuff, because it really helps the channel. Thank you very much. So if you're a beginner drummer and you're looking to just get started with a few simple beats, this is a video for you. I'm going to be sharing with you what I would consider to be the 5 most essential basic drum beats for every beginner. The fundamental beats that every drummer should know, because everything you're going to learn after this starts with these beats. But make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to be including a bonus beat. This is something that's a little bit more complex but still falls under the category of beginner. It's going to be super useful, so be sure to stick around for that. So number 1, in my opinion, is the most essential, because everything that you're going to learn after this derives off this one, and even the rest of the beats in this video. There are so many drummers out there that have had very long, prosperous, and very well-respected careers off this simple one beat, and if you can nail this every single time, you can too. This is what I like to call the AC/DC beat. Now, if you know AC/DC, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about straight off, but for anyone that doesn't know, AC/DC were well known for having their drum beats dead simple, the strong backbeat, and the snare was lying on 2 and 4. This served as a solid backbeat for all the music to go on. Let's check it out. Beat number 2 is what I like to call the ballad beat. Now, typically when you have a rock band and they do one of the slower, more ballady type songs, they'll shift it from a usual 4/4 into a 6/8 feel. This isn't always necessarily the case. There are some slow and ambient feels that you can get using 4/4, but typically they would go to 6/8. It creates a nice swinging feel from side to side, a rocking motion that's very calming and can put you in a pretty relaxed mood. And number 3 is something I would usually like to call the extra hats beat. Very similar to number 1, except we're just bringing up the left hand to do some extra notes on the hi-hats. That's it. This is useful for either adding into a chorus or even a second verse, where you want to up the ante a little bit but still keep the groove going. It's also great for experimenting by moving the hands onto different cymbals. Let's see an example of that. Now, number 4 is going to trick you a little bit, because this is technically 2 for 1. Because if you play this beat at a slower tempo, it sounds like one genre. If you then speed it up, it sounds like a very, very different genre. I am, of course, talking about the indie beat. Now, like I say, if you have this at a slower tempo, it's going to sound a bit more like Oasis, that kind of stuff. But then if you speed it up, you can start sounding like Pendulum. This is one that I particularly like showing my students, because they're absolutely fascinated by the fact that you can take the exact same beat, exact same notes, and just speed it up, and it's a completely different beat. It's a completely different genre. Now, of course, taking this beat and being able to speed it up is a little bit more complex and maybe going into the intermediate territory, but this is something that you can definitely strive to. Start playing it at a slower tempo and then work your way up to the drum and bass kind of tempos. So at number 5, we have the doubled up beat. Now, this is very similar to number one, except what we're going to do now is double up the amount of snares, and then we're going to shift them ever so slightly. So now the snares are going to land on every and. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once again, this is a great tool for amping up the energy in a song, whether or not you want to use it as a chorus or for a second verse. This works really, really well to take a very simple beat that you had before and then use it as a progression to elevate the song. This kind of technique is widely used in pop punk, so if you're into that kind of stuff, this is one of the beats that will be really, really useful to you. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Oh wait. Yeah, there was supposed to be a bonus one, wasn't there? Bonus one. This is a metal beat. Now, what constitutes a metal beat? This is something that's widely discussed and argued over. Now, for me, it just means doing something that's a little bit out of the norm, a little bit more heavy, if you like, when it comes to playing the drums. The simplest way of metaling up a beat, for instance, if we just took the first beat that we did, the AC/DC one, and you just put double kicks underneath the whole thing, just like this. Again, this is another fundamental one when it comes to metal drumming. So if this is the kind of direction that you want to take, definitely get this down. Make sure that your kicks are absolutely bang on and nothing's flamming, that kind of stuff. You're just getting a really nice, consistent beat throughout. And then from there, of course, you can start adding more snares, more kick drums, more cymbals. The sky's the limit. It's really up to you guys. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and I hope you got something out of it. Let me know in the comment sections below. Thank you very much again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.